Hi, I'm Beryllium Boy, and this is my tryout for the Justice League. First, before I tell you about how I got my powers, my backstory, and how I became a superhero, I need to tell you how atoms work and all the components in them. A Bohr model has a nucleus like a cell, and energy shells that holds the electrons, and the nucleus holds the protons and neutrons. The amount of protons that you have in a cell is how you can identify what element on the periodic table the atom is. You may be asking how. Well, basically, the amount of protons that there are is the atomic number of the atom on the periodic table. Next, we have the neutrons. Neutrons have no electrical charge. They are inside the nucleus, and they as well as the protons make up most of the mass of the atom. Lastly, we have electrons. Electrons are negatively charged subatomic particles that are on the outer shells of the atom. They make up almost 0% of the mass. Also, the number of valence electrons, which is the amount of electrons on the outermost shell of the atom, is the group in which it is on the periodic table. The element that gave me my power, beryllium, has 5 neutrons, 4 electrons, and 4 protons, meaning that the atomic number of beryllium is 4. It has 2 valence electrons, meaning that it is in group 2 on the periodic table. Beryllium is usually silver. It is a soft metal that is used in copper alloys and nickel alloys, giving me my power, metal controlling. Now on to my backstory. I wasn't very popular at school. And one day, one of my friends was getting bullied, and I was done. So I went and I tried to stand up for him. I said, "Please stop." And he asked me to fight. So I did try to fight him, and I got beat up, basically. Then the next day, my friend was getting bullied again. And I tried again because I didn't want to give up. I was done with getting bullied, and I was done my friends getting bullied. So I went over to go stand up for my friend, and he asked me if I wanted another beating, and I said sure. So then all of a sudden, he goes to punch me, and I get hit in the face, but I got back up. And then all of a sudden, I go to punch him, and a spoon flies across the room, because we were at lunch, and the spoon flies and hits him in the face. And he gets knocked out. I got suspended from school. Nobody really saw what happened because it happened so fast. So everybody just thought that I punched him really hard. And I got suspended, obviously. But from then on, I kept studying atoms, and I discovered beryllium. And I discovered that it is in most metals, and then I figured out that I could control beryllium. So that's why my name is the Beryllium Boy. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate you letting me audition. Before I tell you about and boy, I don't know what I'm trying to say. The amount of protons you has, the what? Lastly, we have the neutrons. What? I just said neutrons. The element that gave me my power, beryllium, has 4 neutrons. No, it doesn't. Up. And then all of a sudden, I go to punch him, and a spoon flies across the room, because we were at lunch, and his head is right here.
Are you back?
I think so.